Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ba'd. Today, inshallah, with Surat Qaf. Last week, we finished the first two ayat of Surat Qaf, and today, inshallah, we'll begin from ayah number 3. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا ذلك رجع بعيد قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم وعندنا كتاب حفيظ بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فهم في أمر مريج. طيب, this part of the surah we see in this surah, this great surah, Surah Qaf. The beginning of the surah is about those people of Quraysh and anyone thinking like them. This is not just about Quraysh. This is like an example of every kafir, everyone who denies al-haq, wa hakada, etc. So those people in Quraysh, they were amazed. They thought it is very strange to for someone to tell them there is one day that they will see in the future, and this day is the day of resurrection, that in this day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring everybody back to life, every living thing back to life. And they were amazed or astonished in a bad way that there is one of them came as a messenger. They thought we need someone like special, طيب, maybe like an angel or something like that. But to be بل عجبوا أن جاءهم منذر, this is the first problem, منذر. The second problem is منهم, منذر منهم. فقال الكافرون, so الكافرون said هذا شيء عجيب. And as we saw together last week, al-kafirun, they have nothing against weird thing. طيب. They worship stones وهكذا, or they say everything came from nothing. If they denied there is no even a God, yani هكذا. So ajib is not the problem with them, but they decided this is ajib. Or we are going to say this is ajib. So the thing that we get from that, yani not to be occupied when or concerned when someone tells us what you believe in is shay'un ajib. We have to think about him first. Is he really yani does not accept any shay ajib, or this is just because he does not like al-haq, as we'll see inshallah. So this was what we saw, طبعا with the meaning of Al-Quran al-Majid. This is what we saw in the first two ayat. Today with ayah 3, أَإِذَا مِتْنَا وَكُنَّا تُرَابًا ذَلِكَ رَجْعٌ بَعِيدٌ. أَإِذَا, this is al-hamza, this hamza we call it hamza al-istifham. يعني a hamza, this letter hamza, we use to make a question. But sometimes, as you know, the question is not to يعني seek information. A question is not to seek an answer. طيب. Sometimes this is like here, I do not accept that, I deny that. سؤال استنكاري. This is what we call سؤال استنكاري, like this is munkar, this is not right. طيب. Rhetorical question, يعني not a real question. أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا نبعث, this is not here in the ayah. طيب. But we know it from the context. نبعث أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا. متنا, مات يموت, is to die, as you know, مات يموت. After we يعني die and became like وكنا ترابا, like dust. There is something here that we understand but we don't see. the word something like نبعث, نرجع, طيب, are we going to be resurrected, طيب, are we going to return back to life, أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا نبعث. Do you believe that? Can anyone believe that? فهنا يقول ترك ذكر البعث لدلالة الكلام عليه. So يعني والله أعلم the wisdom of why to drop this word. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not mention this word because from the context we understand that. But maybe there is other reasons also for that, يعني also to give us يعني room to think about يعني more meanings. طيب. So when we see something dropped in the Quran, and when we say dropped, we mean Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not mention it, not someone يعني changed that, of course. This is the meaning of حذف, to drop something, to delete something. Delete meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never mentioned that, but we know it from the context. أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا نبعث. Do you believe that? ذلك رجع بعيد. This, هذا اسم إشارة. This is something. رجع, the word رجع, this is from رجع, يرجع, to return. طيب. رد إلى الحياة, to be brought back to life. يعني Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is يعني when he resurrect us. This is something بعيد. طيب, the word بعيد in Arabic means something far away from something else. بعيد قريب. قريب close, بعيد far. طيب, but in this context يعني in Arabic بعيد means impossible. طيب, ذلك رجع بعيد. So they said, we do not believe after we become يعني like dust, anyone can bring us back to life. طيب, ذلك رجع بعيد. This is impossible. طيب, now we want to see القرآن الكريم, how to deal with something like that, when they say something like that. Inshallah, the next course with Surat Yasin. Surat Yasin also is amazing when it يعني طبعا in every way يعني, but when it comes to talk about the afterlife or resurrection وهكذا. The same thing with Surah Qaf. We see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to answer that, and we are going to see something that we people يعني we don't usually do, and this is something for us to learn how to deal with these things when someone comes with a problem about al-Islam, about هكذا. They say we do not believe in that. طيب. So how can we deal with that? So the first thing that we see in the next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about his knowledge, absolute knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all-knowing. So we talk about al-ilm. قَدْ عَلِمْنَا. So this is what we see. The next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alim, and we'll talk about that in a minute, inshallah. And after that, from ayah 6, we see the ability. So knowledge and ability. أَفَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ كَيْفَ بَنَيْنَاهَا. Ayah number 6. And the ayat after that. So the first thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us here, قَدْ عَلِمْنَا. قَدْ, this is a word that we use for tawqid. So that means without any doubt. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alima. And we see this na This na, this is a pronoun for a group, or in our case here, this is for like when a king is talking about himself. So we did that. قد علمنا. So that means this is a special type of knowledge. This is a type that when you think about it, think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And imagine, of course we can't imagine, but we'll try to imagine هكذا, how great is this knowledge. So this is قد علمنا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alim, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about his knowledge, this is something we can't again even imagine. قد علمنا ما, the thing هكذا, ما تنقص الأرض منهم. طيب نقص ينقص, نقص ينقص, this is the opposite of زاد, the opposite of زاد. زاد in Arabic means to increase something. طيب, so نقص like to take, to consume هكذا, فهذا نقص. ما تنقص الأرض منهم. So the earth takes from our bodies when we die, takes things like every drop of blood, every fluid, every cell. Imagine if when a small particle of dust absorb some just not even a drop of liquid of our bodies when we die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows exactly this particle of dust, what this particle consumed. طيب. And imagine after that, if someone took some dust from this place with this particle, طيب, and made like a brick and built a building. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows there is this particle with this part of this person who died. There is not even a microgram of his body in this part. And after years and years, if this building was destroyed and this particle goes to this other place, like in water or fire, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that. This is the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قَدْ عَلِمْنَا مَا تَنْقُصُ الْأَرْضُ مِنْهُمْ. Every one of them. طبعا, of course, this with people and ants and animals and birds and everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that. I want to say imagine, but I know we can't imagine. طيب. But this is something huge. سبحان الله. طيب. قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم. And with that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need that, but even for you people, وعندنا كتاب حفيظ. There is a book, and this is not, of course, like the books that we see. This is an impressive book. In this book, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote everything in details. طيب. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need that. But this to show the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for us people, because maybe we can't imagine this type of knowledge أو هكذا. So with that there is كتاب حفيظ. And كتاب حفيظ means this كتاب حفيظ, this is from حفظ, to save, to protect, هكذا. So this book is protected from الشياطين. No one can change anything. No one can steal anything. No one can even touch or come close to it without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وعندنا كتاب حفيظ وهذا الكتاب هو اللوح المحفوظ. طيب. طيب, another meaning for حفيظ هو حفيظ with the meaning of حافظ, meaning in this book collects every single detail about anything. So, and we can understand the two meanings. So this book is protected from anything, any changes. And also in this book, there is all of the details about them. طيب. قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم. أي العلماء في كتب التفسير they said تأكل من لحومهم ودمائهم وعظامهم. So like al-ard eats from the flesh, from the blood, from the bones of people وهكذا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything in this في الأرض. قال السدي هو الموت, يعني تنقص الأرض منهم يعني الموت, death. يقول قد علمنا من يموت منهم ومن يبقى. This is another tafsir, but the tafsir, the most of mufassirin, they say تأكل, the first one, يعني الأرض eats from there again flesh and blood وهكذا. وعندنا كتاب حفيظ. طيب, this is knowledge. طيب, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he is going to bring everything back to life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the knowledge to do that. And then we'll see again the ability, the power for that. But here there is the knowledge, there is the details, there is the book. So everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it. Because this is one of the first ideas that maybe comes to some يعني minds وهكذا, how anyone can know if someone was like burned or he dead in the sea or some animal يعني ate someone or هكذا. So the first thing, knowledge. طيب, قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم. But before we go to the القدرة, the ability, we see something between this, between the knowledge and the ability. Again, this is the style of the Quran al-Karim. It is not something that يعني القرآن does not goes with what al-kuffar wanted or how they think or how they يعني expect the answer. So after knowledge, maybe you would expect after that the أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء, and then he's capable to do that. With knowledge there is القدرة, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قدير. No, before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the hearts of those people, about what they are thinking, about the reason, the real reason why they denied that. طيب. So, بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فهم في أمر مريج. So, it is like before we go with the rest of the answer, the real reason why those people actually denied resurrection and denied the faith that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam came with, al-Islam وهكذا, why is that? طيب. بل كذبوا بالحق. This is actually when we read things like that, this يعني this style shakes our soul. So when you read, it is not like human. قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض. This is knowledge. Let's go to the ability. Look, before that, something to يعني move you. So this is like يعني logic and also soul, because we are not robots. We are not يعني if you come to someone and talk like 1 2 3 4, he is going to accept that. لا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the style of the Quran, we clearly see that actually. So بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم. طيب, كذبوا, this is from كذب يكذب, التكذيب, to deny, to يعني to say. This is, we have the in Arabic the word كذب. So كذب is to claim something is not true. طيب, or someone is telling lies. هذا كذب. بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم. So يعني the truth came to them. طيب, and the word لما, this is something about يعني the time. طيب, لما, this is ظرف زمان in Arabic. So this is يعني, it is like once, هكذا, once الحق came to them, they refused. So this is not actually about logic or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is he يعني capable or no يعني knows this or that. This is, they didn't actually give themselves يعني time to think. So they started with the takdhib. Why? We see that in other ayat because of al-aba wal-ajdad, meaning this is like to say the society, how the thoughts and ideas that they used to have, maybe something, maybe political, maybe something about economy. There is different reasons. طيب. But the thing is, when al-haq came to them, they actually started to do at-takdhib. So, طيب, what we take from that, we know, يعني we have to know the people who does not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they did not يعني sat down and started to study something and they used مثلا a pen and paper and said يعني one, this is a truth, a fact, and the second thing, I don't believe in that because of this and that, and after that he took a decision to be kafir. No, this is something came to them because of other things, and we see that in the Quran in different ayat why actually they denied and they refused this faith, al-Islam. بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم. And al-haq actually came to them. No one needed to travel to search يعني for search for al-haq or هكذا. Actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala من رحمته made al-haq يعني come to your door. You don't need to move. طيب, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent his messengers والرسل الأنبياء والرسل to deliver this message to you. So you don't have to go and يعني find الحق لما جاءهم. طيب, فهم في أمر مريج. طيب, the word مريج in Arabic means مختلط. في أمر مريج. طيب, مرج, this word means something يعني يعني مثلا when we have يعني like different colors, different shapes هكذا, so we say this is like مريج. So this is يعني this is the root of مريج, يعني something again like in different colors أو هكذا. So الكفار like طيب, who our sister said مرج البحرين. Yes. Something mixed. Again, our sister said mixed. طيب, this is something like that. So, أمر مريج. What is the meaning of أمر مريج? Also another explanation, but this is يعني مختلط is يعني the literally of مريج مختلط. ملتبس means يعني they were confused. But again, why confused? Because like someone said about النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم that his والعياذ بالله ساحر or مجنون or شاعر. طيب, so these like different colors هكذا. There is يعني this is the meaning of مختلط. When النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم came to those people, some of them, again, I don't like to repeat that, but يعني الله المستعان, some of them said he's a magician. طيب, and he's not يعني he's والعياذ بالله insane والعياذ بالله وهكذا. The problem with that, of course, يعني this is كفر وهكذا, but the problem with that, they said the thing and the opposite of this thing. I think I mentioned some of that before, but when you say someone is a magician, that means he's يعني amazing. This is what they they meant with the word witch or a magician أو هكذا. Why is that? Because they saw with their own eyes someone like مثل أبي بكر رضي الله عنه, like عثمان بن عفان رضي الله عنه, like خديجة رضي الله عنها, Ali, Bilal. Those people were very smart and very decent people. طيب, and after that, of course, عمر رضي الله عنه وحمزة those were يعني very decent and smart people. So when they saw them change and they left everything for al-Islam, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so they also can't accept that they did that because al-Islam is the truth. So they said النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم affected them with something special, something that we can't even do like it. طيب, so this is يعني yes, they don't like النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, they والعياذ بالله insult النبي, but at the same time this is something huge, ساحر هكذا. But at the same time they say he's insane. Why he's insane? Because he said there is resurrection and هكذا. So this is يعني make يعني it is like make up your mind. Is he يعني a genius and affected all of these people, or insane? The word insane, مجنون, this is يعني someone who can't even answer a simple question. So do you think this or that? Actually, they said everything about the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam: ساحر, شاعر, مجنون, مفترٍ, والعياذ بالله, أعوذ بالله من هذا الكفر. So they said all of that. But يعني this actually a proof that they didn't do التكذيب again because of logic. Because if there is logic behind that, actually they would immediately know, yes, this person is like that, طيب, and he's والعياذ بالله, a liar, and that's it. طيب. But to say this and the opposite, and then after that something and the opposite, and something and the opposite, actually this is يعني something strange. طيب, another thing that we get from this ayah, who said that? الحسن رضي الله عنه وقتادة. قال قتادة في هذه الآية: من طرق الحق مرج عليه أمره والتبس عليه دينه. وقال الحسن: ما ترك قوم الحق إلا مرج أمرهم. What is the meaning of that? actually for all human, for al-ins wal-jinn, not just human. If you leave al-haq, look at al-haq here. If you leave this, automatically you will go to this, amr al-marij, confusion. So we have two paths or two roads. هكذا. We have to choose one of them. And if you choose one, that means you are going to leave the other one. Al-haq, so you are not going to take this road of the confusion. And if you refuse al-haq, this is automatically you will go to al-amr al-marij. طيب. So Al-Quran al-Kareem, Sunnah al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, al-Wahy in general, this is al-haq. Al-Islam, this is al-haq. If you leave al-haq, actually you are going, and طبعا we see that in history, and right now some people actually can get to the point they can't even know the difference between a man and a woman. This is marij, confusion in everything. They can't know everything. Maybe from outside you see technology and these things, but actually فهم في أمر marij. If you leave al-haq, you go to this path. طيب, you are going to be with this team automatically. There is no place in the middle, this or that. طيب. I want to read some of your comments. Sir said, since many kuffar make logical arguments against Islam, is your meaning that they don't use logic with an open mind, then reject Islam? Rather, they use logic with a mind already closed due to their immediate takذيب. بارك الله فيك يا أختي, جزاك الله خير. طيب. Actually this is a very good question, but this question needs time. But actually al-kuffar, when they like you put logical هكذا in this way, quotation هكذا logical, there is no logic. There is no logic with them. There is a difference between someone is talking طيب, and someone saying something sane, some logical thing. So they don't have logic, but when they talk, they try to convince us that they have this logic. So actually again, this topic is important, but طيب, there is a saying that Sheikh al-Turifi حفظه said. He said, no, I don't remember, maybe Sheikh al-Islam Taymiyyah, I'm not sure. He said something like that. We people, we can have, we have the ability to see. طيب, we have the ability to see. We have eyes. If we don't have any problem with our ability to see, we can see. But if there is no light, we can't see things. طيب, if we are in darkness, we can't see things. This is I think Sheikh al-Islam Taymiyyah. طيب, so we have the ability, but because we need this light to see, طيب, that's why we don't see in the darkness. The same thing with logic or heart or brain. We need light, we need some light to be able to see. This light is Al-Kitab wa Sunnah. before الكتاب والسنة we have some light in our fitra. طيب, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us in a certain way to be able to see the main things. But to see things clearly, we have to open our eyes, open like the window, to let this light come to be able to see. Without that, even we have a sharp eye, we are not going to be able to see. So the problem with the kuffar, they maybe the IQ is perfect, very high, but there is things happened during their life. Again, the side effects of the society, of media, of education, a lot of these things affected that. And at the same time, they closed the window. They don't want any light to come. So with that, they deny al-haq. They don't accept al-haq. But because they have enough brain, they have the ability to talk وهكذا, so they talk, they say things when they talk about al-Islam. Again, this thing is important, and inshallah maybe when we have time, inshallah we'll talk more about that. And in this ayat, actually the next ayah, we see some of that. أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج. طيب, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this ayah tells us about his ability. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable to create all of the things around us. طيب, so, and this afalam, again, this hamza is for a question, and al-fa and lam, this is for to make a negative sentence. Yanzuru, to look, إلى السماء, to the sky, the هكذا. فوقهم كيف بنيناها. فوقهم, I mentioned, I think that before. فوقهم, this is something very close to you. Just look above your head. Just look above your head, and you will see a proof. So there is no one can talk about logic where there is always what we say constant reminder for him about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about the creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. طيب, about we inshallah maybe I will share that again. I mentioned that many times. The signs of this universe, when we see it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about these things a lot in the Quran. Actually, hundreds of ayat about that. Why? I mentioned that of Surat al-Mulk, if you want to go back to that. طيب, so there is a creator, and this creator is alive, and he has knowledge, and he is the most capable, subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-alim al-qadir, and hikmah, wisdom. So this is something will always be in front of us or above us. A constant reminder that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there, and he is alimun qadirun hayyun qayyum وهذه الأشياء سبحانه وتعالى. So أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها. كيف بنيناها, كيف this is how. بنى يبني, this verb means to build something. And في القرآن الكريم there is maybe just one word. If you think about what we can write about this word, we are going to be amazed. Meaning, imagine if we collect groups and groups of scientists and we told them, tell us and write for us, what do you know about السماء وبنيان السماء, the build of the sky. وزيناها, this is زينة, النجوم وهكذا. Tell us about that. طبعا of course there is books about that. So imagine if every عالم and his knows about this part, he writes and writes and writes. And of course this is a very small part from what actually السماء is. But imagine the things that he can write about that. So in just one word, كيف بنيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج. Imagine just this part, what can we talk about? And the same thing with الأرض. والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها رواسي. If we told those ulama, scientists, and we said, please tell us about what you know about Earth. وألقينا فيها رواسي, الجبال, mountains. Tell us what you know about mountains. وأنبتنا فيها, the people, tell us about plants وهكذا. So there is thousands of books that we can explain just these few words in the Quran al-Karim, and this is our knowledge, just our knowledge. Imagine what, again we can't, but what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about as-sama wal-ard wa how he built all of these amazing things. طيب أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala built السماوات. وزيناها, الزينة, adorned هكذا. So الكواكب, بزينة الكواكب. الكواكب, stars, and the things that we see in the sky هكذا. وزيناها وما لها من فروج. وما لها من فروج. الفروج هذه there is no flaws in the skies. This is a thing that when we look at it, we see something perfect. We saw that طبعا again in details في سورة الملك. So وما لها من فروج. طيب, the meaning of this ayah, we see it in Surat Yasin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض. Surat Yasin, ayah 81. أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم. So the one who created the heavens, the skies, and the earth is capable, قادر. So the word قادر is clear in Surah Yasin. Here we see the meaning of al-Qudra without the word قادر or قدير. Surah Yasin we see the word قادر, بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable to create people like you and create السماوات والأرض. طيب, والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها رواسي وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج. والأرض مددناها, هذا, this is from the verb مد يمد, to spread something out. Also Surah al-Isra 99. Type, please put the ayah. والأرض مددناها, we spread it out هكذا. This is the meaning of مد, بسطناها. مددناها, so الأرض, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala مدها to make it suitable for us to be able to live on it. طيب في سورة النبأ ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا. ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا. Again, one word, مهادا. If you want to talk about it, هذا needs يعني books and books and books, how Allah subhanahu, or what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did for this planet to be suitable for us to live on it. Imagine the number of the books that the scientists can write about that. But in one word, ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا هكذا. yes, أحسنتي. أولم يروا أن الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض قادر على أن يخلق مثلهم. أحسنت. Also المهد, yes, like a cradle هكذا. أحسنت. والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها رواسي. ألقى يلقي يعني to put هكذا, to throw. وألقينا فيها رواسي. والرواسي هذا يعني الجبال. الجبال meaning يعني mountains. ورواسي أو ثوابت يعني جبالا رواسية. So it is like there is جبالا رواسية يعني meaning this is like firm and strong. طيب, no one can move it. فهذا وألقينا فيها رواسي. And also these mountains, there is يعني a function for these mountains, or a lot of functions actually. But one of these things is to make الجبال أوتادا, again in Surat النبأ, to يعني there is a lot of things actually to collect water وهكذا, but also to make the earth strong, meaning does not يعني move here and there. There is details about that, but also I don't like يعني to talk about these يعني science يعني things in details in التفسير, but you can read about al-jibal وهكذا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us these jibal are rawasiya and awtada. So it is like to make the earth stronger. طيب. وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج. طيب, وأنبتنا فيها. أنبت, this is from النبات. أنبت النبات. أنبت, this verb means to plant something. To plant something. وأنبتنا فيها, and this is the doing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did that. أنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج. So when we look at trees or anything that we eat or the animals eat, this is not something that we did. These seeds, we did not create these seeds. We did not create the water. We did not create the sun. We did not create the soil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did all of these things. So وَأَنبَتْنَا فِيهَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يعني created all of these things. And also يعني if you think, but I did this and that, I planted these seeds and I watered يعني the soil. Actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gave us the knowledge to do that, and the one who made the rules to let these plants grow, and the one who gave us the ability in our yani, body and the power to be able to do that. So actually وأنبتنا. So this is the doing of Allah subhanahu وتعالى وأنبتنا فيها يعني في الأرض من كل زوج بهيج. زوج here means يعني type or kind وهكذا. طيب and بهيج حسن كريم يبهج به. The word بهيج means something that when you see يعني pleasant, you feel يعني good when you look at these things, and this is something يعني special يعني, and we see that في القرآن الكريم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not ذات بهجة يعني. We are simply the workers. أحسنتنا. طيب Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not create things to be just useful. Actually created, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it with beauty. And this is something, I don't know if we even have time to talk about that, but the people who said everything came without a plan. طيب, and these things يعني came يعني randomly وهكذا. Actually, the beauty is against that. Anything beautiful that we see around us is against this randomness وهكذا. That's why يعني some of the atheists, our universe is more beautiful than it should be. This is not something, again, sorry if I mentioned that before, but imagine if you go to buy like fruits and everything, fruits and vegetables وهكذا, everything in the market is one color. Everything around us is one color, white or black or gray. And the fruit يعني, let's say يعني the same amazing has يعني these fruits have the same amazing taste, but one color. Actually, this is something, if you think about it, this is something يعني depressing, sorry. يعني this is very bad. Imagine if there is no shapes or colors or taste, just something that you eat. Actually, you will get the benefits, but just one thing, like pills. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us these things not just with the benefits of it, gave us these things with beauty. Amazing. Again, constant reminder. When you hold an apple or an orange, a banana in your hand, think about that. Think about the smell, the color, the taste. This is not just something to eat and just that. This is a reminder from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this we'll see that clearly in the next ayah. تَبْصِرَةً وَذِكْرَى لِكُلِّ عَبْدٍ مُنِيبٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all of that in that way. One of the reasons, تَبْصِرَةً, this is insight. طيب, and a reminder, وَذِكْرَى, always something nagging in your head, in your heart. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You cannot deny al-Islam. Always. Unless you stop this voice inside you and say, okay, I will decide not to believe. This is not about logic. This is not about يعني, what is the truth or not. I'm going to live my life like that. Okay, that's it. فهذا at this point, this is your decision here. فهذا تبصرة وذكرى. طيب, Allah المستعان يعني. Today, next week inshallah, we'll talk again about ayah number 8, and today inshallah we'll stop here بإذن الله. طيب, if you have anything. MashaAllah, our sister gave us some pictures about flowers. And also, yes, yani, you can, inshallah, share some of these things in the group, the pictures of fruits and flowers and long stannion. Of course, yani, we don't realize the beauty in the everyday صحيح يعني, because yes, yani, we feel that this is our right, yani, to live like that and to eat these beautiful things because we paid like $1 for it هكذا. So لكن subhanallah, this is a huge favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a huge yani gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these prices, not because of the value of these things. You can't put a price on water, yani. This is yani death or life. Allah understand. He could have made everything brown. يعني la brown, I think you don't like brown. طيب بارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خيرا وأراكم إن شاء الله الأسبوع القادم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. آمين وجزاكم ما شاء الله. جزاكم الله خيرا for your kind words. يعني بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.